Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Simplified Basic Concepts. In this video, I'm going to discuss about motivation. As this is a very vast chapter, so I have subdivided the entire topic into smaller chapters which I'll be covering in my coming videos. So let's first go through the contents of this video. Here we'll cover the introduction to the concept of motivation, understand it with the help of an example, nature of motivation, types of motivation, and finally advantages of motivation. So let's first begin with introduction. It's often said that without motivation one can't achieve anything. So why is motivation so important? It is because motivation is an important life skill. Motivation not only builds self-confidence, it also helps us to fight against our fears. But not everyone is born with motivation. So, can it be inculcated? Let's understand this in the chapter. Let's begin with introduction. Motivation is derived from the word motive, which means a reason for doing something. Motivation is a process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behavior. It is what causes you to act. It is an impulse, the driving force to do things. By impulse, we mean an urge or desire to act. Motivation is a process which encourages a person to give their best performance. So here we get an idea that motivation is basically the force, the desire which pushes a person so that he achieves his goals by putting in hard efforts. Right? Now, understanding motivation with examples. We see here three people in different stages of life. The first one is a sports person, second is an employee, and the last one is a student. They all have different goals and they all put in lots of efforts to achieve their goals. But what is the compelling force behind it? It's the motivation which pushes these people to achieve their goals, their desires. For a sports person, the motivation will be winning medals for his or her country, appreciation of fans, improving past performance. For a sport employee, it will be getting good salary hike, appreciation from manager and co-workers, and getting promotion. And for a student, getting good grades in examination is always a very good motivator. Increasing knowledge and parents' appreciation too plays a very positive role. So we see here that different people have different motivations because they have different goals to achieve in life. Now let's see what's the nature of motivation. Motivation is an inner feeling which pushes or urges a person to work more. It is a goal-oriented behavior. It is a complex process and a continuous one, and it differs from person to person. Now we have seen this in the previous example that it differs from person to person. Now the process by which the motivation works will be covered up in the next video, which is motivation cycle. And it is a goal oriented behavior because one person is motivated because he wants to achieve certain goals in his life. That is why it is said as goal oriented behavior. Now, types of motivation. There are three types of motivation, which are extrinsic, intrinsic motivation, negative and positive motivation, and financial and non-financial motivation. Extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. By the name itself, it's very clear that extrinsic motivation is anything that motivates an individual externally. That is, the motivator here is external to the person. Now, this extrinsic motivation is basically to avoid certain sorts of punishments. Getting something in return or to avoid something unpleasant is the basic reason for performing an act by extrinsically motivated person. extrinsic motivators are not always materialistic or physical. They can also be psychological too. Now, example of it is money, praise, public recognition, demotion, cancellation of contracts, etc. Now we see here that money, praise, public recognition, these are few things that positively motivate a person, but these all are externally coming, that is from outside, from third person. To get money or to hear somebody praising us or to get public recognition, that can be a source of motivation. Now this is extrinsic motivation, and sometimes by the fear of getting demoted or maybe cancellation of contract too may compel a person to achieve his goals and work positively towards it. Now this too here acts as a motivator, and this is also external, arising from outside of an individual. So this is also an external motivation. In the same way, intrinsic motivation arises from within an individual. It has nothing to do with external, that is outside of an individual. It's something which a person feels from within. Extrinsic motivation was different from intrinsic motivation in this way, as extrinsic motivation was something to do with external motivation. Intrinsic motivation is personally rewarding. Performing an act by a person who is intrinsically motivated is for its own sake rather than the desire for some external rewards. Intrinsic motivators are mainly psychological in nature, creates positive emotions within an individual. Now example of it is internal satisfaction, behavior of a person itself is reward for a person. So we see here that these things arise from within an individual. So this is an example of intrinsic motivation. Now positive and negative motivation. As the name says, positive motivation has to do something with the rewards, and negative motivation is an act of punishment. Positive motivation is a technique in which a person is rewarded for accomplishing certain tasks or changing a particular behavior. Positive motivation has to do with services, so it's rooted in service. The reward lies in immediate and distant future, which a person wants to achieve. That's why he's motivated and moves towards that direction. Recognition, appreciation, feeling of happiness are few positive motivators. And in the same way, negative motivation, as its name says, is an act of punishment. Negative motivation is avoiding pain or punishment. It is rooted in fear. Fear acts as push mechanism due to which it causes anger and frustration in employees. For example, layoff, salary cut, punishments are few negative motivators. Sometimes it happens that an employee maybe negatively motivate his employees by saying that he may get layoff or his salary may be cut if he is not able to achieve the targets. So this can act as a negative motivator for the employee. However, this is not always suggested, as it causes anger and frustration too in the employees. Now, financial and non-financial motivation. Financial motivation refers to monetary rewards, which should be of substantial value. Financial rewards are always important to attract and keep the workers. Example of it is salary, bonus, commission, performance-related pay, profit sharing, and retirement benefits. Everything here has to do with money. Whereas non-financial motivators have nothing to do with money. It doesn't involve money. These brings psychological and emotional satisfaction in an individual. Example of it is job enlargement, job enrichment, fringe benefits, job rotation, empowerment, and teamwork. So here a person, apart from getting monetary benefits, gets certain things which satisfies his self-esteem and self-actualization needs. Now, we will see what are the advantages of motivation. If an employee is motivated, then he is an asset to the organization. So, a motivated employee is always considered as an advantage to the organization. Why? Because it increases the efficiency and productivity of the organization. Motivation ensures a high level of performance of employees, better cooperation from employees, and cordial labor management relations. Reduction in rate of turnover. This is one major problem which every organization faces. That is the rate of attrition. Every time a trained employee always leaves the organization. But if your employees are motivated, this problem doesn't arise much. And a motivated employee helps in quick achievement of business objectives. So in this way, it is advantageous for the management or organization always to have advantages to have motivated employee. Now, advantage to employer workers. Employees get various monetary and non-monetary benefits which provide better life and welfare to them. Job attraction and job satisfaction is always a part and parcel for a motivated employee. There's always improvement in morale of the employees who are motivated because they think that they can always achieve the targets, whatever the goals have been set for them. Now they have a very positive approach and outlook of employees towards company, management and their superiors. Better scope for improvement in knowledge and skills of employees. So these employees who are motivated are very open for training, for learning, for grasping new things. So they are always an asset to the organization. So with this, we come to the end of this topic, and in my next video, I'll cover motivation cycle. Thank you.